Hey, boredom, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Geese album, 3D Country. So, Geese is a New York based southern rock, twangy, country, hillbilly, desert punk outfit, and this is their new album, 3D Country. I really haven't heard of this album until Fontana reviewed it, yes. But also, it got me interested because I am not that familiar with this type of rock music before. So going into it, I really had no idea what to expect. But what came out of it was really awesome. And of course, every time I review anything, my roommate has to come back home. And oh boy, I very much enjoyed this album. In fact, I dare say that this is in my probably my top 15, if not top 10 of my favorite albums of the year so far. I really don't know what's happening. Okay, so the album opener 2122, right off the bat with nothing, the vocals came first. It cracked into the track in a very freaky and eccentric way. And then on top of that, you get these Led Zeppelin-esque zany guitars. The whole album opener is fiery, it's incredibly exciting, and it is an explosive start to the album. We have the title track, also the second track of the album, which is a groovy soul rock track with bright background singers. And I also really love the lyrics where it's essentially a reinterpretation of country rock lyrical tropes. So that's really funny and very creative. Then after that, we have the track Cowboy Nudes, which is a sugary, tight-paced jam with crazy rhythmic breakdowns. The whole track is very strokes, it's very goofy. And even though all of these tracks on the album are essentially country, twangy, southern rock tracks, but every single track feels different. Some track feels faster, some tracks feel more intimate and more loving. Some tracks are zanier and goofier. And Cowboy Nudes, given the title of the track, is very much on the zany, goofier side of things, and it's so much fun. Listening to it is very, very entertaining. And of course, you have the other side of the spectrum where the band goes for something more sweet and loving, like the next track, I See Myself, with the slow and sensual guitars and the intimate and breathy vocals. The frontman of the band sounds like Freddie Mercury when he's more into his breathy, whispery vocal register. And then we have the track Undoer, which is a 7-minute long jam with great performances. It has a very slow build-up, but the slow build-up pays off to a very jazzy and noisy climax, which I really, really like. Following that, we have the track Crusades, which is a pretty straightforward track. The mid-paced guitars are just okay, and the hooks aren't really all that catchy. And then that is followed with Gravity Blues, which is a flamboyant rocker. It is very much a throwback to vintage 60s rock with soul fusion a la Elvis Presley. And then you also get these noisy freakouts that are very awesome and crazy. And then following that, we have Mysterious Love with the heavy, explosive guitar riffs. The frontman of the band gives off some really intense growls on this track, which is really great, and the track ends off very beautifully and also strangely with these refrains about being alone forever. Damn. Finally, we have the last leg of the album. Domoto is a subtle piano track with shuffly hi-hats and teary-eyed falsettos. Definitely sticks out from the rest of the track list because instrumentally and vocally it's starkly different. It's also sort of like a weird detour track, and even though this track didn't go over really well for me in my opinion, I still think this track is testament to how versatile this band can be. Again, like this whole album is just country southern rock, but at the same time the group stays versatile. They stay interesting throughout the entire track list, and that's pretty impressive. And then we have Tomorrow's Crusades, where the teary-eyed falsettos sort of continue, and then we also get these easygoing and smooth guitar passages and the reverby screams on top, and the whole thing just comes together really, really freaking nice. And finally, the album ends off with St. Elmo, which is a bold and fun ending. You get some jaunty saloon pianos, some kooky background vocals, and it is just a very flavorful mix of soul and punk and art rock, and it is an awesome ending to an awesome album. And what can I say? I'm really, really impressed by this album. I find myself listening back to some of the tracks here, and it's both catchy and fun and full of personality, and it definitely is an album that I very much need in this very dull and bland summer. I'm giving this new album from Geese, 3D Country, a decent 8 out of 10. So, have you listened to the new Geese album? Comments below, let me know, subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching. So, albums that I have yet to review that I'm planning to review, the new Death's Dynamic Shroud album, Group Therapy. There's a metal band called Hope Lights, Fire Orchestra, and I think that's pretty much it.